Good morning. Good morning. Let me get over here to the comments. Been chatting with people early that came in. Like to thank everyone who's here and who's watching the recording after the live is done. Appreciate it. So I hope all the fathers had a great Father's Day this weekend. I sure did. I got a nice meal and lots of text messages from my kids and well wishes from everybody that I encountered. So hope everyone else had a great time too. All right, let's see who's here. So first one in the house was Eduardo. Did you know that today is my birthday? My happy birthday. And then Love's popped in to say hello. And she's over in the Philippines, so she's probably heading to bed. So it's nighttime over there. And then my friend Marshall from Mellow Nomadic Adventures is here. He's getting ready to start a film job over there at home where he's at. Debbie F. was here earlier. Ava Potterfield is here. Hi, Ava. Thank you very much for popping in. And family. You can't beat family. This is my sister Tanya up in northeastern Iowa, stopping in to say hello. Hi, sister. Love you. Everybody's saying hello. Stopping in to say hello. I have to go to work now. Well, thank you for popping in, Hawkins Family Adventure. Appreciate it. And thanks, Marshall. If you can hit that like button, that thumbs up button, that certainly helps push the video out. Appreciate that. And my gosh, we have Bree in the house listening while I work. Now, Bree, that's dedication. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And then my brother Rob, he's a retired veteran, Marine Corps veteran, and he has a great channel. I'm having a brain fart, Rob. Tupe is here. Hi, Tupe. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you joining. I have to get Hard Luck Survival. Hard Luck Survival is Rob's channel. He has some great live streams, does some violin. He has a gentleman named Eric that comes in and plays his violin, and I just love it. And we have Fairy Dust here. Hi, Brene. Thank you very much for joining us. Yep, Hard Luck Survival. So if you haven't popped into Hard Luck Survival, they have some pretty interesting conversations and great music there. Thank you, Marshall. Appreciate that. Anyone who knows Marshall knows he works hard at his channel, and he also has a vlog where he writes about nomadic travel. And one thing he's very good at is sharing his experiences and also writing about how we could get started in the nomadic life. And he gives some great advice and pointers on how to do that. So, Marshall, is that mellownomadicadventures.com? Is that where they would go to get that information? Maybe you can share that with us. And Tanya, if you ever get a chance, stop by Ava's channel. I was there this morning. She has 4 channels, and one of them is music that her and her husband play. and it's really it's an evening live stream. I think is it Friday night, Ava? And I enjoy watching it. Okay, Tracy. Call. See, because I can never get it right. Tope. You can call me Tracy, Steve. All right, Tracy. From now on, it's Tracy. And then there's the link for Hard Luck Survival. Thank you, Marshall. And anyone here who has a blue wrench, feel free to share anyone's channels as we go through here. Tracy says, my mother and I love Hard Luck's violin playing. Yeah, it is just awesome. mellownomadic.com. So Marshall does a great job, as I said earlier. Stop by mellownomadic.com and you can learn all about what it takes to do nomad, to be a nomad, because he's a great expert and he does a good job at it. He spent quite a few months out here in Arizona living in his minivan that he converted to a camper, and it works really well for him. Okay, Ava says Friday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, it's a great time. Love that music. And then Amy popped in. Hi, Amy. Appreciate you stopping in. Amy has a great live stream too, and she had one last night. And she asked some interesting questions and has some great conversation. She's got a new puppy coming, and she's excited about that. She's adopted a dog from the local shelter, which is something I think we should all do if we're out looking for animals, looking for a dog or a cat. Stop by and check the shelter because there are so many that need homes. And that you can certainly get very good animals, and we have also. Mom and I love your video too, Steve. I'm going to keep sending them to her. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that. And then there's Rob sharing. Ava Potterfield and Friends. That's her channel there. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys one thing before I get started with what's on my list. If you remember, I better get a sip of coffee first. If you remember, I talked about the saguaro cactus. You can see that one behind me there. Where am I? Right there. And they have flowers in the springtime, and then they develop fruit, of course, after they are flowered and pollinated. And this I picked up off the ground. This is actually a fruit. And you can see the little black things down in the bottom. Those are actually saguaro seeds. So there's thousands of them in every single one of these fruits. And there's hundreds of these on each saguaro. And very seldom do they germinate. So if you see a saguaro out in the desert and you see little baby small saguaros growing next to it, those are the lucky ones because there's not much chance. Now, these are on the ground now. The seeds are dispersed, and we're waiting for the monsoon rains and the perfect conditions to germinate. So we're hoping for rain. Okay, everybody's saying hello. And is Scott here? Oh, there he is. Hey, Scott. Scott has a great channel, Scott Jacobs in Appreciation. He had a remote control car, kind of a four-wheel drive car that he sent into a mine, him and his friend Roy. And that was pretty interesting. They actually strapped a camera and a light on it, and it was really fun to watch. So check out Scott's channel if you get a chance. All right. Marshall says he's subbed to Hard Luck. Thank you, Marshall. Appreciate that. And we have Artscape here by Lisa. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it very much. There's Scott's channel right there. You'll like it. He's got a Samurai that he bounces around in. He pulls it behind his Class C motorhome. And between him and Roy, they're a hoot. They have a good time out there doing some four-wheeling and bumping around. I'm not sure if Roy's here yet today. They may be traveling. I know they're dodging wildfires up there, and I think they actually got some rain yesterday. Gwen Dynasty peeking in before I drive the wife somewhere on her lunchtime. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, that Samurai is fun. All right, I'm going to share a screen here now that I'm caught up. Okay, that's good. That's what we do, folks. We support each other, subscribe to each other's channel, watch a video, click like, make a good comment, and then follow up if you can, if it's interesting to you, or jump in on the lives. That certainly helps us. Sure does. I'm going to share my screen here. This past weekend, well, we have a group text in our neighborhood. And this past weekend, somebody said, wow, we got a lot of smoke in our neighborhood here. We live out in Ironwood Forest National Monument in some private property out here, and we had a bunch of smoke flowing through here. There's wildfires all over southern Arizona and northern Arizona. And so I decided to put my drone up and fly around the neighborhood and check to make sure we didn't have any spot fires. So I'm going to show you a little video here. Chrome tab. And so I took a video and I named it Fire Check. So I took off from my garage and headed south. See all the smoke off in the distance there, and it was flowing right into the neighborhood, like we had a fire right next to it. So that's Red Hill right there. This is Red Hill Road. This is where we live on. So I'm flying south, and I can see the smoke over here on the side of Red Hill. So I'm looking for fires as I'm flying along. And I'm only running about 75 to 100 feet elevation. But with wildfires all around the area, I want to make sure that they weren't contained. Everything is dry. So once it gets started, it's pretty hard. See how big it is out there in the distance? Those are hills. Right. So I'm just cruising around. houses. You can see you can't see much detail from 150 feet of so anyway, you can see that. Stop sharing this tab. Wait for that to clear. So as it turns out, we had a fire about 35 miles south of us called the Contreras Fire. And it was down by Kitt Peak Observatory. Here's an update here. I'm going to share another tab here. Share screen, share another tab. And Contreras Fire. And here's an update 3 hours ago. The fire's grown to 20,000 acres in southern Arizona. Kitt Peak National Observatory has actually had some buildings destroyed. See what CNN has to say. So here's a video. I guess it's just a screenshot of the fire burning on Kitt Peak. They haven't evacuated. I think they closed Kitt Peak Observatory and evacuated all of them. It's about 40% contained right now. Now we're hoping that, here's Kitt Peak down here. We're hoping that the rains come in soon and take care of that. See if I can just click over here. Yeah, I can just move tabs. So here's the wildfire map, Arizona wildfire map. I'm going to show you this area down here. I get closer here. So just give you an idea of where we're at. Here's Tucson right here. Circling it with my mouse. We live inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument, and that's right here. Here's the Contreras Fire right down here, 20,000 plus acres. And so the wind was blowing right up over our area where we live here. And it looks like it's still active to the north. The northern part of the fire is still active. Now this is out in rural area, not much out there except the observatory. And again, we're right here. So hopefully we'll get some rain. We did get about 1/10 of an inch so far. Yeah, we're hoping for more. They say we're supposed to get a decent monsoon this year. All right, let me see here. See if I can get caught up on chat there. Oh, Bree had a question. Are the fruits of the cactus edible? Yes, they are. In fact, the Hohokam Indians will collect these fruit. And this is a fresh one. and it's sweet. They use it for syrup. It's actually sweet. And when you find these laying on the ground quite often, the ants come in, and before they fall to the ground, the birds are up there eating on them. So they love these things. They're delicious. So TGIF Bree was up at O22, which is a meetup they had up in Oregon. We didn't go to that, but maybe next year we'll be able to. Running through the comments here. Love drone footage. I'm still working on flying mine. Yeah, Lisa, I have a commercial license, a Part 107 license, and when I started flying, I bought a Mini Mavic 1. Let me grab one here. This is my 2, but when I bought my drone, I bought a small 250 gram drone so that I could learn to fly. And, you know, we all like to learn new things. And I practiced with it. And as I got to know the drone and the capabilities, I started doing a little research. And I discovered that, boy, you can get in trouble if you fly this drone in the wrong place. You can't fly them in national parks. You can't fly them in a lot of places are restricting. And in order to learn that, I took a course through Pilot Institute and then a test through the FAA for a commercial drone license. So I can fly, I know all the rules. And if you're a YouTuber and if your channel is monetized and if you put drone video on, you can get some hot water if you don't have a Part 107, especially if you're monetized. Now, if you're not monetized, you can put drone video up, but the FAA looks at it, as I mentioned before, as furtherance of a business. So, you know, if we're monetized, we have a business, we're making a little bit of money. And even if you donate to another business, the FAA wants you to have a Part 107 commercial license. So it is a lot of fun, and it's a lot less stressful going through the course and learning all the rules as far as the FAA goes, and it keeps you out of trouble. Now, out here in the monument where we live, this is actually normally would be restricted from drones, right? Because most monuments and parks are. But this is also a military operations area. So we have military aircraft flying through here all the time. And so it's not restricted from flying drones. In fact, I've had my drone up in the air and had a C-130 or a chopper come over from the airfield up north and surprised me a little bit. But because I'm below 400 feet and they're up at 500 and a little higher, it's usually not a problem at all. All right. Bree, it was good to see you up there in Oregon visiting with all the other folks up there. Thank you, Marshall. The music on that video came from Epidemic Sound. Catching up. Oh, okay. I didn't know if I could do that, but I'll play around with that, Marshall. So I was running the video and then the laptop was picking up my commentary, and that must be the difference there. TGIF is at work watching desert adventures in Arizona. Bree, you're awesome, but don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble, Bree. All right, so Lisa is working on a tiny home in Florida. We'll have to get by there and check out your progress there. Where you got home on the 15th. And we have Charlie stopping in for a visit. Hi, Charlie. Thank you for being here. Bree, I don't think I've seen any of your videos about O22 yet. Will you be posting some, or are we going to have to watch someone else's channel? Just kidding. Much needed rain, yeah. We're seeing the monsoon flow a little earlier this year. Normally, the 4th of July is when we start seeing some decent rain. We got a little bit coming in now, so we're hoping for more. So my sister Tanya says Iowa has a jet stream of smoke from the southwestern fires that also happened with the Canadian fires couple. Yeah. Anyway, with the humidity and the moisture, we're hoping that the fires will be, it was a couple years back, okay. Fires will be knocked down. Okay, so I guess my second share didn't work. We don't see the map. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go back real quick. Share screen, Chrome tab, Arizona wildfire. And I'll monitor over here on YouTube. Wait for it to come up. There it is. Okay, so here's the fire down here. You can see that red area. That's where the Contreras fire was. 20,000 plus acres, Kitt Peak National Observatory. And then we're up here to the north a little ways. Here's the Ironwood Forest National Monument right up here on the north, on the top part of that page. So hopefully you can see it now. But that's where the smoke was coming from. It was blowing north straight up to the Ironwood Forest National Monument. Thank you, Marshall. Appreciate that. I guess you have to come out of the tab and then reshare. Roy and Becky are here. Well, actually, Becky's here. All right, Becky is here. She's back in Indiana taking care of some business she has to do while Roy's up in the Flagstaff area. So Tracy has a question. Do vets get a discount on national park yearly passes? do state parks give vets a discount too? I have a national park pass, a free pass actually, because I'm a disabled veteran, and that qualifies me for a free national park pass. State parks, I don't think so. I don't think they give any discounts unless anyone else knows different. Thank you for the super sticker, Rob. I appreciate it very much, brother. Again, Rob's channel, Hard Luck Survivor. He's got over, I think, 11,000 subscribers right now. They have a great time. Yeah, Breeze uses TikTok a lot. KT Spirit One, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so KT Spirit One says Alabama parks do. Okay. So they give veteran discounts. That's good. Okay, Lisa. Lisa says state parks do give discounts as well for vets. That's good. National parks here, you can only stay 2 weeks and have to move some miles away. Yeah, that's the way it is out here too. 14 days. Yeah, Lisa's in Florida. And Becky says Indiana didn't do discount. Not sure if they do now. Been a while since we got the state park pass. Yeah, a lot of us nomads, boondock. I know that Roy and Becky do. Roy and Becky, if you haven't stopped by their channel, they do live streams every morning. And we have a great time in there. They talk about whatever comes to mind, and they interact with the chat. Quite often, it's been while they're in Arizona, it's been discussions about wildfires, and that's something that's on all of our minds. So, we're having problems with lack of rain down here, and there are some people around the world, actually around the country. Everybody hear about the flooding up north in Montana? Yellowstone got flooded out. That's been on the news recently. And there's some people that got stranded up there. I'm going to share another tab here, another Chrome tab. Unprecedented flooding hits Yellowstone National Park. This is an overhead view. And you can see that road is completely washed out there. June 13th, they had an event that washed out numerous roads and bridges, cutting off electricity and forcing people to evacuate. More than 60 people were stranded in the area, including miners at the Stillwater mine near Nye, after the floodwaters washed away the road leading to the mine. See if we can play this video. Maximize that. So I understand this is a helicopter flying over. You can see the water just washing through the town there. My gosh. So this is a Red Lodge area. Pretty weird, isn't it? Just goes to show us Mother Nature's in charge. Sometimes we get too much rain and sometimes we don't get enough. Looks like the houses made it. Most of the houses made it through okay. The road was washed out in a lot of places, but yeah, that's scary for sure. Yeah, I don't know if that's Main Street running down the center, but it's obviously the low spot. And there's the river right there, I guess. And so it's just overflowed the banks and flooded the whole area. So I heard yesterday they reopened part of Yellowstone. The waters have receded, but they have a lot to do to rebuild that road. Well, you can see everybody standing over here looking, watching. I don't know if I'd be standing there or not with that water undercutting that road. Anyway, we hope everybody made it through okay. And that they get everything back to normal. Debbie F is here. Thanks, Debbie, for popping in. She was the first one in the house, I think. Rob was asking, does anybody know if banks are open today? I'm not sure. Is this the Juneteenth holiday? Not sure, Rob. You might have to call them. New Mexico has a state park pass. It's $225 for the year. Yeah, I think that's a good deal if you use it. KT says, I know some nice private RV parks that can be rented by the month. You got to pay for electric, etc. Yeah. In fact, Box Fan D does that up in Quartzsite. She's a nomad, and but she has a home base there at an RV park. Yeah, that flooding was wild. So Marshall's working on a movie. So the movie was pushed for a third time. I'm working on finding something more reliable. Marshall actually builds sets for movies. Really interesting work. And if you look at his van, go to his channel and look at his van, or go to my channel. I did a tour last January of his van, and you can tell he's an expert at building things, and he did a great job on his van. Uses every square inch and puts it to good use. Yeah. She Devil Adventures, hello. I'm not sure if I said hello to you yet, but thanks for joining us. I appreciate it very much. It would be terrible to be caught up in a flood like that. Now, here in the southern Arizona, and Tracy knows this because she used to live in this area, you can have some pretty wicked storms down here, and the washes will run, and some people will try to cross washes in their vehicles, and they get washed away, and they have to be rescued. Since Juneteenth fell on a Sunday, today is reserved as a federal holiday. Okay, so no mail today then. So is Juneteenth, is that a new holiday? Scott says Arizona doesn't do Juneteenth. I don't even know what Juneteenth is. Maybe that's why, because Arizona doesn't do it. Lisa says prayers to all the people involved in the flood and for their safety and reestablishing themselves. Yeah. My gosh, can you imagine? Your whole life is upended. One day you're fine, and the next day you've got water running in your front door. Stupid motorist law. That's what they call it. That's right. So they have a stupid motorist law here in Arizona, and that if they put a barricade up in a crossing where you go through a normally dry wash, when it starts running with water, the local law enforcement will put up a barrier. And that barrier you're not supposed to cross. If you do cross it and you get washed away, then guess what? You're going to pay. You're going to pay for whatever it costs to rescue you. Okay, so it's the last day. The last slaves were freed in Texas, I believe. Okay, Tracy, thank you for that. Appreciate that. National Bank of Arizona is closed. All right. Got to get set up. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Becky, for popping in. Appreciate you being here. And I hope everything is working well for you back home in Indiana. Not there today. Okay, so they're closed. Happy Place Camping is here. Hi, Felix. Thank you very much for coming in. Felix and her husband, Happy Place Camping, does a lot of camping in their area, and they've done some overlanding and set up their Hummer for camping, and that's fun to watch. Felix also has a Happy Place cooking channel, and she does a lot of recipes that are quick and easy to do, not a whole lot, and I think related to things that you can do when you're out camping and easy to make. Keep adding holidays as people can have it off. Well, retirees don't get it off, that's for sure. Van City Adventures here. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for being here. Troy is here from Nomadic Rat Pack. Thank you very much for joining us. You're welcome, Felix, very, very much. And good morning to Daryl. He's up there in Canada, and he does a lot of adventure, especially with his family. Great channel. And I guess he made it to down to O22, which is in Oregon. Jesse didn't get the holiday off, but my daughter did. She works for the state, though. Yeah, that's the difference, huh? So Troy is not able to tag everyone, but he certainly says thanks. He recognizes everybody saying hello, and I want you to know that. We don't get it off either. Only the 6 major holidays are observed by my company. Yeah, that's how the co-op was that I worked for. So Daryl says he had a great time. That's good. Everybody's doing videos. There were a couple of lives up there, and it was fun. And I guess Troy did some good chili. There's some strange fan stalking me there from Nomadic Rat Pack. Looked like it was a pretty good time. That's good. Yeah, we enjoy going to those. But with the price of gas right now, I've got the RV parked. We may do some short trips here in Arizona, but geez, it's $5 a gallon. Let me see what the current. Maybe everybody can let us know what gas is like where you live. I'm going to open up my app here, Gas Buddy app. Find gas. So the local speedway is $4.99 a gallon for gasoline. No, I have a pickup truck that runs on diesel. It's a little 3.0 diesel, and that is almost $6 an hour, $6 a gallon, $5.95. So we're not doing a lot of traveling. A 50-gallon gas tank, you're talking, let me do the math here. 50 gallons times 5, it's 250 gallons to fill up the RV. So I think we're going to leave it parked here for a little while. All right, so let's see what we have. Oh, we have Merton and Sue here. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. They're over in Massachusetts, and they did a fun little video of their first RV experience. Yeah, it is nice up there in Oregon for sure. Okay, so Amy says she paid $4.49 today. It's not too bad. Debbie says $5.29 in Northwest Indiana. Wow. Daryl says price difference for gas to fill my truck, $200 Canadian. In Washington, it was 144 Canadian. In Oregon, 129 Canadian to fill up. So Oregon was actually a little cheaper than. Yeah, so if you take a trip very far, you've got to make sure you have the money set aside for sure. And my sister says my 4-cylinder Jeep is coming in handy. Boy, Tanya, you bought that at just the right time. Because if you'd be out shopping for that now, vehicles that are cheap on gas, the price went way up on them. Felix says $4.89 in our area, but just a half an hour south, it was $4.59. And that seems like that would be a good reason to head south then. They got to do 595.9. $4.90 something a gallon. Norfolk Naval Air Station. So Tracy's out there in Virginia. No worries. Everybody's saying hello. KT says $5.95 a gallon. I wonder where it's going to stop, because I heard in California they've actually changed their pumps so when they get to $10 a gallon, they can display those. Lisa says $4.99 here in Florida. 02 rain while we were there. May as well stayed in BC for that weather. Fairy Dust says $5.25 per gallon at 2 different gas stations here on the coast of Oregon, where they put gas in for you. That's right. In Oregon, you cannot pump your own gas. They have to come out and pump it for you. I know when we went to Oregon, they will let you put gas if you're riding a motorcycle, but not a vehicle. Went to Oregon, they'll holler at you. I guess it's a safety issue for them. Merton and Sue in Massachusetts says it was $5.39 for super. Went to Vermont and it cost them around $150 for the round trip. It's about 4.5 hours away. Yeah, Vermont's not too far north. Beautiful area there, Massachusetts and New Hampshire and Vermont area. Just absolutely gorgeous up there. She Devil says $4.89 here a couple of days ago in Central Virginia. It's probably the cheapest that I've seen. They even cleaned my windshield. Let me catch up here. Yeah, $10 a gallon in California, and they say they'll probably make it to 10. Ooh, could that be Roy? Becky was in here earlier. It's like that east as well as New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. They pump your gas. Okay, I didn't know that. Felix says Jesse's commute was killing us on gas. He went and bought a little cheap on gas car. It's getting 43 miles per the gallon. He got 55 one day. 18 to 21 in the Hummer and the truck. Yeah, I know. It's no fun. Okay, Ava. She has to get her editing done before work today. Love to you all. Great to catch your live Desert Adventures in Arizona. Ava, thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping in, and we'll see you later. You have a great day. Oh, that's funny. I guess that could be possible. Troy says, I consider a 20 good mileage in most of my vehicles. Yeah, it is actually good. Now, our truck that runs on diesel, it's got a little 3.0 liter motor in it, and it gets, 25, 26, 27 out on the freeway. If you're towing, obviously you're lower than that, but it generally does around 20 to 22 towing. Beautiful in Vermont, cold but beautiful. Forgot to mention that was in my 4-cylinder Corolla. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of funny to watch how that happens. As gas prices go down, we all go out and we buy the SUVs and the bigger vehicles because they're cheap to run. And then here we are back to the small vehicles again. Have to get for now. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, appreciate it. Safe travels, everyone, she says. Jill Weatherly is here. She's in the Tucson area. Hi, Jill. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Oh, when the wind was at his back, he got 55. Yeah, that's with a little vehicle, boy, that's pretty good. Wind at your back and going downhill. Everybody's saying hello to Jill. Jill's always a great supporter. Ooh, Brene says, have a fantastic day, Ava. Cheeseburgers, don't forget. Jill's saying hello to everybody. Try telling my niece how to screw in a light bulb. Ah, she said to call an electrician. That's funny. All right, looks like Felix got to head out too. Need to finish my chores and get some lunch going. Everyone have a great day. Thank you, Felix, for popping in. Appreciate it. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's 9:58. Boy, this hour went pretty fast. I really appreciate everyone's support and appreciate you coming in. That is absolutely awesome. I'm going to share one little video here. That's Ragged Top Mountain behind me. I put the drone up and got a close-up shot of it. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here today. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time.